It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your French girls.
What's up, buddy? Hey, welcome back to the JT Show, the show where I'm showing my feet, apparently.
Dude, is it a foot show?
I don't want it to be a foot show.
You're like that one guy's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Skepka. Whose birthday do you have today?
I actually have two.
Water.
The only reason why I have two is because I thought it was very weird that they were born on the same day.
Is one named Kel?
No.
Okay.
So one is John Wilkes Booth. It's the guy that killed Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today.
Okay.
And the other guy whose birthday it is today, weird they had all three of his names in there as well, Mark David Chapman. It's the guy that killed John Lennon.
Wow.
So they had the same birthday.
We're living in a simulation.
Super weird. Chris is calling me.
Hilarious. Hey, you're live on the JT Show. My birthday. I was an American-born actor.
Okay.
47 years old today, and that's Keenan Thompson.
Nice.
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah. I saw him on there too.
All that?
He's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, terrible.
That's the fucking dude, though.
Yeah. He's one of the longest running people on SNL. This is gross, but okay, there we go.
You dude. Speaking of monkeys.
I got monkey feet.
Speaking of monkeys, dude, I brought you a monkey fact.
Oh, I love it.
So this I thought was a little fucking crazy. Let me open up my notes app because I got some shit written down here. So scientists have been communicating with apes using sign language since the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Never
Never once has an ape asked a question without being provoked to ask it.
It's wild.
So they don't. So I copied and pasted what they have written in there. While apes can learn and understand and respond to questions, they have not been observed to initiate questions themselves. They can learn sign language and communicate, but they don't seem to grasp the concept of questioning to acquire new knowledge.
I think that's a good thing.
It's an issue with understanding that others might possess knowledge unknown to yourself. So it's like a critical asking questions thing. But I just thought it's crazy. So like they're like you see all those things where like Coco the ape was like, "Why am I ape?" or whatever.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah.
So like they just I had to Google it because I saw that guy, that James Danger Nunley or whatever on TikTok.
Yeah.
He it was some video of like this fucking cinder block being tossed back and forth on two different treadmills.
Yeah.
And then like right before some crazy shit was about to happen, he goes, "Hey there." That video is pretty crazy. It gets fucking wild at the end of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then he like says some weird fact, and then he goes, "You want to see the end of that treadmill video? All right, here it is." And then he started it over, and it does the thing, and right before it gets crazy, he goes, "Got you again." And he's like, "Did you know that apes never ask a question?" And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude."
He's funny.
And then I looked up the treadmill video, and it just fucking sucked it underneath and exploded the treadmills.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, they never ask questions. Unless they're like provoked to.
Yeah.
Unless they're like, "Hey, ask this question." And then the ape's like, "Oh, can I have a banana?" But they don't come up to people and be like, "Why a tree there?" Like they
Why
never.
am I here? You go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they never ask anything. Unless they're provoked to ask. They're like, "Hey, do you want this banana?" They're like, "Can I please have fucking banana?"
Yeah.
Like that's the only time they ever ask shit.
Hilarious.
Crazy. So
Yeah.
they just don't have like they don't think that there's like knowledge to be gained from something else.
Hilarious. I know all I need to know.
Exactly.
This motherfucker brings me bananas. They ask me, I ask him for a banana.
No ask
That's
question.
it.
I sit here, I get banana, I eat banana,
So
I get another banana
what you're
later.
telling me is you could just have a monkey army and they'll never ask
They'll
questions.
never ask why.
They'll never ask why.
Why?
Why?
Why? They're like the polar opposite of that fucking preacher.
Yeah.
No wise.
No lies. Zero. Hilarious.
Yeah, one of the other things I had written down, it was totally not monkey related. I was listening to Two Bears, and I don't know the dude's name. I probably should have looked it up, but it was one of the Two Bears episodes where it was just Tom, and he had this fucking ex-Navy SEAL on, and the ex-Navy SEAL has a fucking YouTube channel. It's called like Imagine That or Now You Know or something like that. Something along those lines. He just tells these like gruesome stories of like shit that actually happened. And one of them was this dude, we'll just call him Rick. He was working on this fucking oil rig, and his job on the oil rig was maintenance. So some days he'd have like fucking nothing to do. Other days he'd have like 20 things to do before lunch. So it just depended like on however the drill worked. And how the drills work is they start way up at the top of the thing, and then they're fed through these little eyelets. They go all the way down to, the water, the ocean, wherever the fuck they're drilling at. So one day this drill malfunctioned, and there's like different levels of the drill. So there'd be like a platform here and a platform here, and there's like 40 feet in between. And so if there's a problem like in between the platform, they have to lower down a rope in between these little, they call them mouse holes. And they're these little like 10 by 10 holes, and they drop a fucking line down, and then he clips himself into it from the backside. And then he gets hoisted up from the bottom level up to the top, and then he works on the fucking shit.
That's wild.
So what happened on this particular event is old Rick was called to maintenance on one of those high spots he couldn't get to, so he went down to the lower level, and then there's one dude, his only job is operating that fucking lever, that fucking pull me up, pull me down lever.
Yeah.
So he's like 15 stories up, and they talk via radios. And there's guys standing on this platform right above where old Rick Boy's working, and they got the radio up here, and they're like, "All right, he's ready. Lift him up." And they lift him up, all good. He fucking works on the thing, and he's like, "Hey man, ready to go." And so they radio up to the guy, and they're like, "Hey man, lower him. He's good to go." So he flips the switch, and those fucking things, they don't go up. It's not like a super fast zip. It just like click, 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 just brings you up.
Yeah.
And what happened was he never flicked the toggle to make it go down. So it started pulling him up.
Oh.
But there was no way for him
To go up anymore.
to go up. Like that, he had like 10 feet.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Hey guys, what the fuck? I'm going up, not down." And they radioed to old boy. He didn't answer. So they had to sprint across this fucking thing up these stairs to the phone that they had there, and they fucking pick up the phone, and it rings this big fucking phone next to the guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey man, you're pulling him up. Fucking quit doing that." And he goes, "Oh shit, my bad." So he stops it. By the time old boy got back down, motherfucker had been pulled through the fucking mouse hole. The little 10 by 10 hole.
Damn.
So his like pelvis and his spine were like still connected to the apparatus, and it got yanked through that little hole.
Damn.
He obviously died.
Damn.
Didn't make it.
Wow.
So those are the kind of stories this fucker tells on his YouTube channel.
Wow.
And Tom fucking loves them, obviously, because he's fucking Tom.
Yeah.
And anyways, this dude, he was a badass Navy SEAL. He was, and I learned a lot about the SEAL teams. So there's like, they call it like going dark, like you're a dark SEAL, and then there's light SEALs. So the light SEAls are like SEAL teams 1 through 5. SEAL Team 6 is like the badasses of the badasses, which I didn't realize. I thought that was just like different regions. So like, president needs Osama bin Laden assassinated. They don't call SEAL Team 2. They call SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
They want someone to infiltrate fucking Russia's president's fucking house. They call SEAL Team 6.
Right.
If there's like a firefight in Korengal Valley, they'll call any of the SEAL teams. But if it's like some specialty shit, SEAL Team 6 are the guys. So there's like a process to get into that. You have to go through BUDS, obviously, and then you go through your normal SEAL training, which is like after you pass BUDS. And then after you pass that, then you go off to your normal SEAL team, which is like any of the, the 1 through 4, 1 through 5, whatever it is. So he was in SEAL Team 2. There was one dude that he worked with that got called up, and he said this dude, like, we were all the cream of the crop. But there was one dude that stuck out. It was like their leader. He was a sergeant. He was a perfect marksman. He could hold his breath for like fucking 19 minutes or something ridiculous. Like he was just good at everything they fucking did. He got called up for that shit, and he like ended up washing out of the SEAL Team 6 thing. So like you get called up to SEAL Team 6, and then you have like another like 8 month of training.
That's wild.
So it's like buds, but it's for buds with dudes that are already in.
Yeah.
And then they go through and they have like 20 people, and like maybe one passes.
That's wild.
Maybe. So like he said, in normal buds, like 70 to 80% of dudes wash out. So of that, like, let's call it 20% of dudes that make it in there, it's like less than a percentage of people that get to go to SEAL Team 6. So that's how badass those guys are.
Yeah.
Anyways, this dude, the whole reason he got out, he only did one combat deployment. He was only in for 7 years, which I guess is the shortest amount of time you could be in the military and be a SEAL, just because the amount of training you have to do.
Yeah.
So your whole first contract is basically training.
Yeah.
And you have to re-sign, you have to extend 3 years. And then you're like a SEAL for 3 years, like an active fucking boots on the ground SEAL for 3 years.
Yeah.
So he did one deployment, and they were in this like city, and they were supposed to go through and take out these fucking guys. And the city was like super quiet, and then they got like some drone footage of these dudes, the military age males. They couldn't tell if they had weapons or not. And so they like rolled over to this wall, and they were gonna try to see, like they could hear them on the other side of it, like frantically talking. They're like, "Oh, these are our motherfuckers. We got to get them." And the guy goes, "Hey, stand on my back," and just fucking shoot down on him. Like he just did it with like his hands or whatever. And the dude goes up, starts shooting down at him. They start shooting back at him. Every single one of the dudes on the other side of that wall, the insurgents, they all had their pins pulled on their grenades. So if he killed one of them, drop grenade, it's like a martyrdom.
Yeah.
And so one of the dudes fucking lobbed a nade over the top of the wall, and it landed like right next to him. And he was like, "Oh," like he felt it hit his shoulder, and he goes, "Damn, I'm dead. Like this is gonna blow my fucking face off. I'm dead." And then he said he saw it fall to the ground, and he goes, "Oh, sweet. Maybe it'll just take a leg. Maybe I'll get to go home." And it fucking blows up, and he wakes up like a couple seconds later. The only guy that wasn't fucked up from it was that one badass guy, the medic guy. And he was like, he triaged him. So he like thought he was dead, even though his eyes were open. And he says he remembers certain things, but not the whole event. He's read like the papers afterwards, and now he knows what actually happened. So in his mind, he like woke up, old boy pulled him to the side to safety. Realistically, he just pulled him to get out of the way of someone else he thought he could save. And then he blacked out again, and then came to, and he was like getting pushed on a helicopter. And so what they did is they like pulled him through all this, like this firefight. They like drug him through the dirt during this firefight, like fucking shooting back at him, pulling old boy by his thing. They threw him on the helicopter, and then he woke up again at like this triage spot, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give you some fucking ketamine." Shot him full of ketamine. He passed out again and woke up in Germany.
Wow.
And they were like taking shrapnel out of him and shit like that. That was his last deployment. And then he got out, and he like tried to write a book, or not write a book. He did a video that got like a bunch of hits about like what it's like being a SEAL, because he was like, "Oh, I'm not the first guy to do this. There's been other dudes," but he got a lot of hate for doing that, because I guess SEALs don't like when you talk about SEAL shit online. Like it's one of those things that's supposed to be like a secret,
Yeah.
even though like there's no rules against it. Like they fucking like I guess a lot of SEALs hated Chris Kyle for writing that book.
Yeah.
Like they fucking hated him. They're like, "Dude, you're not supposed to talk about that shit." And so he got that video up, it got a bunch of hits, and then there was like one dude, he's like, "Hey, I'm the commander at this fucking wing, and I want to punch you in the fucking mouth." So it wasn't like random dudes trolling him. Like they gave him their address and was like, "Hey, meet me outside, bitch. I'll fuck you up for talking about that." So he like took down the video, and he's like, "Well, fuck, I already have all these followers from that one video. Like, what am I gonna do to make money?
Right.
Like I'm out of the military now." And so he just started telling crazy fucking stories.
Right.
And then Tom found him, and there's like a bunch of like weird stories. Like there was one, this like group of dudes were supposed to be going to a basketball game, and they found their car like broke down on the side of the road, like 60 miles in the wrong direction.
It's doing the thing again.
What thing?
We can still save the audio, but there's no
Oh no!
picture.
Oh no!
I just noticed the screen was like.
Hooray!
All right, we have another 10 minutes left.
That's all right.
Let's take some like game clip and just talk over it.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't have nothing to do over time.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Hey, so this is the first time you're seeing my feet if you're on Twitch.
Yeah, it's a foot show.
It's for show.
I don't even know where I was at. Oh, yeah, that guy fucking Tom Score was talking to. He's kind of a fucking badass.
Yeah.
And they didn't even like talk about like his SEAL stuff for like the first 20 minutes of it. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, I was a SEAL." And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Right.
It's like such a nonchalant thing. It just goes to show too, because I was talking to the kids at work about it, and they were like, "I didn't even know you were in the military," because they like started asking me a bunch of questions, and I was like, "Oh, it's not really something I like talk about all that much." And then one of the kids was like, "Oh, you must have been a badass then," and I was like, "Nope." That's why I don't fucking talk about it. If I was a badass, everyone would fucking know it.
Right.
Like I talk about it all the time, but like it's kind of the other way around. Like I feel like most people that did some hardcore shit in the military don't really talk about it unless they had like a bunch of issues.
Yeah, or like you're amongst your own kind.
Yeah. Like if I'm with a group of motherfuckers I was enlisted with, I'll talk all the shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like with randos, like there's no point. Like I mention it in job interviews, obviously, because it helps you get fucking jobs.
Yeah.
But like,
I can follow orders.
yeah. Like I'm not just gonna like randomly to some guy at work be like, I was in the military.
I got to honorably.
Send.
It's like you just put this shit on a resume and people are like, oh, good.
Yeah. Honorable discharge.
Yeah.
Good to go. Afghan war vet. Even better.
Now I'm going to get a bunch of hate comments.
Yeah,
Talk
right?
about Air Force shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one time I saluted this captain, and then the next car came through, and the wife was driving, and it was another captain, and she got mad that I didn't salute her. So I walked around to the other side of the car, and I saluted him, and then I said, have a nice day. And so, and then now, dude, don't talk about the gate shack, dude. That's a secret.
The gate shack.
Someone was like, someone's like, what's your common phrase for like when you don't give a
You're gonna
fuck?
get fucking Sergeant Pace in your comments, be like, I'm gonna punch you in the face for talking about it.
Fucking Arizona. I was like, yeah, usually people would say, hey, stay dry out there, and I was, basically that's like saying go fuck yourself. And then
Yeah.
And then if you ever heard us say living the dream, that's talk for like
I want to fucking
die unalive
I want to unalive myself right now,
right here.
right in front of you.
Yeah.
I have the capabilities.
Stay dry, stay warm. It's fucking 10 degrees out here.
You know what I always saw as like a derogatory term at the gates?
What's that?
Thanks, airman.
Yeah.
Like I hated that.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, senior airman. Airman first class. Airman's the lowest one. And then I went to they had like the general of the Air Force or something came to Cannon Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave a speech and I was there for it. And he said that you might have the rank of airman, but everybody in the United States Air Force are airmen. He's like, just like everyone in the Army, like they're called soldiers. Like every single one of them. Like that's just what you're classified as.
Yeah.
Airman, seaman, Marine, soldier. Like that's just what you are. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
well, they call them something else now. It's
Yeah.
not seaman, but
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Navy's called.
SEALs.
Nah, not all of them.
And if you
But yeah, and then I started calling higher ranking individuals like master sergeants, tech sergeants, staff sergeants.
Mhm.
Like, thanks, airmen. They're like, oh, staff sergeant to you. Like, actually, the general said we're all airmen.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, airmen.
Really pisses them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I used to have another word for certain modes, but
Yeah.
I'll keep that one off the air.
Speaking of Tom Segura, he had a
Yes.
contest where he's got a show coming out called Bad Thoughts on Netflix.
You get a nice spot for it right up there.
I know, May 13th is when Bad Thoughts comes out. It's going to be a skit comedy show
Yeah.
starring Tom Segura. And he had a contest on Instagram where if you screenshotted that you had your reminder set and then posted it, he selected one of 5 winners. And I was one of the 5 winners of the signed first page script. So
Found out we were golfing.
yeah, that was sick.
Dude, it's such a good day, too.
I got an alert on my watch and it read, "You're the winner," and I was like, "Yeah, this is the best."
Yeah, that's fucking badass, dude. Shout out Tom. Shout out your mom's house.
Shout out Jeans.
Shout out Jeans. Mom gang.
Fuck you, Bert Kreischer.
Is it mommy gang? Is that what it is?
I don't know. We'll make a TikTok and tag your mom's house.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a bunch more storms coming your way, Tom.
Thunderstorms.
Yeah.
But yeah, time of the
Drink Porosos.
so not for this month. We're
Not
30
for
days.
this month.
We're 30 days sober.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We're not currently.
No, we're probably
We're
six.
5 days, 6 days?
6.
6 days sober.
Yes, Sunday
We
was.
started on a Monday,
Yeah,
born on a Tuesday,
man.
died on a Wednesday.
I don't know who's chatting. They're probably like, "Man, nice feet."
Yeah, right.
That'd be hilarious.
We did go see in between our last pod. We went.
Oh, Jeff says JT wins more contests than anybody. I'm a lucky guy, man. God strikes me down in every other thing except for winning cheap dumb shit.
Oh, dude.
I won the Archer box off of the TV thing on Twitter,
Oh, hilarious.
where like they gave me like a flask that's binoculars, and
I think I remember seeing those.
yeah,
You still have it somewhere, don't you?
yeah, I get rid of it. 30 years from now, like from the hit Archer TV show, this is who has this?
Like, damn, that's an old fucking thing you got there, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. So time of the year though, we're taking our month of sobriety, so we're 6 days sober.
Yeah.
Waking up so much easier.
Dude, so much easier. So, like, I don't want to sound like a super, like on Rogan's dick guy. That motherfucker don't miss. Like, everything he says, not everything he says, everything he says about, like, health and, like, being a healthier person and, like, the cold plunging, the way he works out, the fucking health benefits from his diet, the not drinking thing now. Like, I've found results in, like, all of his, I guess, just ways of living. Like, working out with kettlebells and doing, like, all the motion shit, fantastic for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, squatting's like one of the worst fucking things, or not squatting, deadlifting is like one of the worst fucking things you can do
Yeah.
for like your body. Like, it's great for strength, but like
You can fuck your back up so
even Antonio Brown said it when he was on the podcast. He's like, yeah, it's fucking deadlifting's awful for you. It's so easy to just slip a disc and just fuck yourself for 8 months.
Yeah.
Like, you're just out of commission. Can't do anything. Can't play football. Can't fucking walk for the first little bit of it. Like, there's so many like shitty things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
And then like the whole thing about him not wanting to like snowboard or ski anymore. He's like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
He's like, what? So I get an adrenaline rush going down a hill for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, the risk reward just isn't there. And now he's saying the same shit about alcohol. He's been sober for like 2.5 months now, maybe 2 3/4. But he's like, yeah, I might never go back because he was like worried about not being able to have fun. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I feel great in the mornings. Like, I'm up out of bed, lickety split. But like, video games are so much more fun when you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I get stoked when we play Chell and we make like a crazy goal or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like, when I'm drunk and we make a crazy goal, it's like we just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh shit.
1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy. It's such a difference. Even like playing Fortnite, playing anything. Like, I have so much more fun when I'm drunk. I don't think I would game as much if I didn't drink. Like, because it's not the same kind of joy.
Yeah.
Like, gaming high is cool too, but I feel like I'm just like so much more quiet.
Yeah, I think just like even it's just a couple beers after work when you got like an hour and a half to play.
Yeah.
And you drink like 3 beers and you're like, all right, I gotta like I had 3 beers. It's 8:30. I gotta get off.
Yeah. You have 3 or 4 beers, playing games with the boys.
All right.
It
all
just
right,
makes
5 or
it.
6.
It makes the gaming like that much more enjoyable. Like, pool's more fun when you're drunk, even though I play shitty when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm shitty when I'm sober too. But I don't know, man. I don't think I'm ready to give up drinking forever. But a nice little sobriety break, like once a year, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. And California sober.
Yep, California is sober. We're still smoking on the ganja.
And then Monday starts the carnivore diet.
Yep, carnivore, which we got to get those supplements ordered.
Oh yeah.
The vitamins.
Yeah.
So I'll make a list of those later on. We want like some fucking magnesium shit and some fish oil and some other shit. There's like 3 or 4 different ones.
Honestly, like, I mean, we could probably go to like Meyer and they have all those vitamins.
They do. I don't know if they're cheaper online or not.
Well,
Like I don't know if they're cheaper on Amazon or if they're cheaper in store
Well,
or like which ones are bullshit and which ones aren't. We'll have to do some googling,
Yeah,
some googing. I'll probably just ask ChatGPT to be honest.
yeah.
Um,
But I didn't bring the scale down here. But so like last time I weighed myself, I was 224. So
it was 274.
so we're gonna come back in probably like let me write that down. Probably in like 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna come back and see if we've lost some substantial weight.
Should be interesting. I'll weigh myself before we go get pizza. We're having Fat Boy weekend until I guess tomorrow night will be when we kind of wean ourselves off of Fat Boy shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Monday is eggs, meat, cheese, bacon. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's all you fucking eat for a whole month. But a pretty good deal though. That was like my first time really like shopping for meat and like at a meat market at a butcher shop.
Mm-hmm.
So much better than the store.
Yeah.
Like the store is just like more convenient because they have everything there,
And
but it makes so much more sense just to go to the fucking meat market.
And for as busy as it went pretty quick.
Yeah, they had like 50 fucking people working behind the counter, so.
Yeah. I'm excited for that chuck roast tomorrow.
Yeah, the chuck roast. We got, what did we spend there? $80, and we got a big ass chuck roast, 5 pounds of ground chuck, and 4 ribeyes.
And 2 pounds of bacon.
Oh, and 2 pounds of bacon. Yeah, and it's $82 for all that, and
That includes 2 pops.
that'll probably, yeah, it does include, so $89 or $79
Yeah.
for all the meat.
Mm-hmm.
And
78. Pops expensive.
yeah, true. It's probably about $2 a piece. You're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's probably going to get us through to Friday, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because if we both had a steak Monday, Tuesday, probably space them out a little bit so we don't get like burnt out on anything. Because we're going to be doing the ground chuck for the majority of it. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably do 3 strips of bacon per meal.
Sounds fantastic.
And like anywhere from like 8 to 16 ounces of ground chuck. And then 4 or 5 eggs.
Yeah.
And then that'll just be like the meal. And then we'll do, I say we space them out. So probably Monday, no steak, Tuesday, steak, Wednesday, no steak, Thursday, steak.
Yeah.
Because we have 2 apiece.
Yeah.
And then in between that, we'll just do the ground chuck. And honestly, we're probably going to get sick of the ground chuck. So we're going to have to find ways to like
Chicken.
make it more palatable. Well, there's like, even if you do it like different ways, like if you, instead of doing like patties with eggs, you can do like meatballs.
Yeah.
And it's just like just a different style. It's going to be the same flavor profile, but it'll be a different style.
Yeah.
You know, and that helps it not be so monotonous. I've had something in my eye this whole podcast.
You
I
always
feel like
have-
I've just been picking in my
You
fucking
have-
eyes.
Always something in your eye.
These, I don't know, dude. There's just always something. Probably fucking dog hair, an eyelash, or my finger, you know. One of the fucking 3.
And your shouting gun's never gonna activate.
Never, dude. My daddy said when I was a kid, I'd be like, Dad, I got something in my eye. He'd be like, yeah, it's your fucking finger. There's that fly you were talking about.
Yeah, that piece of shit, dude.
Jesus Christ.
First a bee, now a fly.
Dude, today was the first day that I worked with like the new guy,
Mhm.
and I was training him on like how to roll greens and shit. I can't remember his name, which doesn't matter. Probably wouldn't say his name anyways.
Right.
But, he weighed 260 pounds
Right.
like a year ago, and he's only like 5'8", 5'9", and now he weighs like 160, 150. And he showed me his driver's license picture, and he just looks like a fat fuck. And now he just looks like a normal dude. Like he looks like a normal fit dude. He kind of looks like one of those like country dudes, like short country, but he's got like, this is gonna sound weird, he's got like a Mexican style to him.
Okay.
So he's got like, his haircut is like faded, but then like his bangs are like trimmed straight across.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got like the chin strap beard that
Okay.
goes down like that.
Yeah.
And he's like pretty clean cut. Like you can tell he like trims his facial hair like every day and just keeps it neat. And then he's got this big Jesus piece that he wears. But he's just kind of an interesting little fucking guy, dude. He's just weird. He's like 28 years old, and he worked at some fucking landscaping thing for 8 years, and then just decided to quit for mental health purposes. Basically, took a 50% pay cut to come work at the fucking golf course.
Wild.
And it's just crazy. And he says he liked it. He's like, these are the slowest mornings I've ever had. I was like, well, yeah, the work's not fucking hard here.
Yeah.
It's just you're up early.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part about it. Just getting there on time.
Right.
But yeah, interesting dude. Seems all right though. He was all upset when I told him I was going to Jersey at some point. He was like, "Yeah, you're my favorite guy on the shift." I was like, "I've heard that once or twice."
Hilarious.
I'm not the funny guy at work, dude. I'm the cool guy at work.
Hilarious. I don't either.
Yeah, you're the funny guy, dude. You're the office comedian, bro.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Tigers right now are the best team in baseball.
You, dude.
We're 26 and 30.
I did see old boy Javi Baez is going off.
Yeah, he's finally hitting sliders.
Yeah, I saw there's a dude that he posted a TikTok about it, and he basically had like his stats since he left. What was it, the Dodgers?
Like the Cubs.
Javi?
Yeah,
I could have swore it was the Dodgers
No,
or the
I don't.
Astros or something.
might have been. I'll look it up.
I don't think it was the Cubs. If I had to guess, I would say it was the Astros or the Dodgers. Yeah. Anyways,
Rangers.
the
No,
Rangers?
no, they're playing the Rangers right now. They're up 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did we win that game? No, that was yesterday's game.
Hmm.
They play the Rangers today.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he was going through his stats and how like his first.
Chicago Cubs.
Oh, it was the Cubs. Wow, I'm an idiot. I don't know baseball. Not a baseball guy.
I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's the Cubs. You're like, dude, there's no fucking way it's the Cubs. You had me man. You got me got.
It doesn't say.
The Tigers, though, they're 26 and 13 right now. In the last 10 games, they're 8-2. They have a 14 and 3 home record and a 12 and 10 road record. And they're kicking ass right now. Their pitching's good. Their fucking hitting's just Torkelson's having a great time. But Tigers are killing it right now, so it's pretty fucking sick. Love being a Detroit Tigers fan. It's the last team I don't have a memory of seeing win a championship. So that's the last team in my books. I know you're like, oh, what about the Lions? But hey, that's where I wear my Packer shit then.
Sorry, I just shut down. I had to order Chris food.
That's fine. I just explained the rest of the Tigers and how they're dominating.
Gotcha. Yeah. It was so he was talking about how like Mookie, or not Mookie, fucking Javi's first year with Detroit, it looked like he was just like swinging at everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then and he kind of was. And then he was like injured, and then he came back and sucked, and then he was injured, and then he came back and sucked, and this year he's just fucking on one.
Yeah, the Tigers fans have
He's
been
just
pretty
going
brutal.
off. Yeah, baseball. We're gonna try to get out to the A's game.
Mm-hmm.
A's Tigers, the Sacramento A's this year apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and $8 a ticket.
Yeah, look some up. Like the 8 ones are like the skyscrapers.
The ones that I saw, they were like the same section we were in last time.
We'll have to pull up the link, and if they're at $8, I'll order them today.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
So, yeah, we're gonna get some pizza tonight. We're gonna play some video games. Hefe, if you're still here, if you want to play some Rivals, hit us up.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna play some Rivals.
We're gonna eat some pizza, play some Rivals. It's summertime, man. Got that grass mode. Mother's Day's tomorrow. Just hanging out in the basement, having a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be living here for about another 40-ish days, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, it's been a good time. Got the grass mowed,
Hell yeah.
got your cue sticks in order.
Yep. Doing small house projects.
Just a bunch of little things to get this place a little more livable, because you've been living like a fucking hoodlum for 5 years.
I have. Just didn't want to do anything. You got anything else?
Nothing really written on the sheet. Oh yeah, I do. We're gonna do my fucking fantasy football punishment some point in the next couple weeks.
After the sobriety.
Or yeah, some point in the next 4 weeks.
Yes.
I've also started to get a bunch of fantasy football talk on my feed, which means it's right around the fucking corner.
Mm-hmm.
We're obviously still pretty far out because it's not even summer yet, but
Right.
looking forward to it this year. We have a new treasurer, Alexander McQueen Pepper.
Mm.
He's going to be our new treasurer,
Yep.
and
The wrath's coming.
yeah, he's going to lay down the hammer, dude, and I'm going to give him full authority. I'm not going to give him authority to make shit happen in the app, but
Yeah.
if he texts me and says, hey, instant loss for this guy,
Yeah.
hammer down.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about how you guys did in the draft? I don't even know if we talked
about that last week,
Did
I
we
think.
talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Because of my basic thing is the Packers always do weird shit.
Yeah, well, you guys finally got your first round wide receiver.
Yeah. And
I thought it was funny because it was that video of Frank the Tank. He's like, "You motherfuckers!" It's like Aaron Rodgers reacting to Love getting a first round wideout.
mm-hmm.
And I just thought that clip was funny because his whole time they were there, they never drafted a wide receiver in the first round. They just didn't do it.
Right.
Taking that Patriot approach. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I got. Had to hit you with a monkey fact today.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Decided not to go with the porn star birthday this time because I felt like it was getting played out.
Wow. I look forward to the next one.
Oh, there'll be one. I'll hit you with it randomly.
All right, Pepe, bye.
See you in orbit.